I've been thinking, like, these people who are doing these things to me, what is it that they did? Because I'm telling you, the group of people who are doing this, or the gang of people, there's something not normal about these people. But then the argument would be, which one of the groups seem to have any normalcy between them amongst its members? Zero. But when I said normal, what I want to say is, like, there seems to be a theme with the people who are targeting me. They seem to want, like, they have some agenda. There's a woman, like I said, I have a spiritual website. And I had a client who sent me, this was in 21, sent me a picture of 3 stones that I had in my home. One of them was, I gave a lady $5. She was standing, near the store, the grocery store in King City, California. And so with that being said, she gave me $5. It was a green stone. And there was a red one and a white one, like white one, off-white one with some brown markings in the middle. And one of them had a crack. I remember those stones. I also know that they sent it to him from a postmark in Texas, somewhere in Texas. I've never been to Texas. I've never been to Texas in my life. I believe that they're selling stuff, or they're looking for stuff that's almost nearly looking like mine, to make it seem like, well, I will accuse somebody of doing something. They might have used my website to send things to people that are not legal, or selling something. Like I said, there's adrenochrome or whatever they're getting, some body part, some body fluids or whatever they're getting, and they're sending it to these people, and they're charging them bank for it. Because of course they wouldn't charge a person who's paying a couple of $100. They want a person who can pay about 20 grand for whatever the things they're selling. Now I don't know if these things are supposed to make them smarter, or make them more horny, or make them more lucky, to raise their magnetic field. I don't know what they're supposed to do. And they might have been using my website as a backdrop to do this for over 3 years now. And I think they got sweetened to the idea. These people are nasty, nasty fuckwads. No class, no ambition, no nothing but easy money. They like easy money. Easy money, and they will fuck anybody over for easy money. There's nothing wrong with, like, I'm smelling alcohol. There's nothing wrong with easy money. Everything is easy money if you like what you do. You can work all day, work loosely all day at something you love and make money at it. If you know how to market it, if you know how to sell it, if you know how to meet a particular demand. Now you like lots of things. This is a different topic. You like lots of things. Find one that you can market, that is in demand, and do that. With that being said, it's these people are just bad people. They're just bad people. And all day long, especially on the weekends, like, they bring friends and family. What they say is these near-death experiences. I go back to this. And I may have had a couple because I suffer from sleep apnea. You see this discoloration here? I'm not going in the sun. How the hell is it happening? These are sunburn would cause it. All these fucking gases are causing it in here. All these gases are causing it in here. With that being said, so it smells. What they might have done is send things to people using my website. I have no idea. There is a possibility. But where these near-death experiences comes in, and because the spiritual website, a near-death experience would be something almost spiritual, though it's It's physical, it's scientific. I guess you just, Christ said you're just sleeping. I guess you're just sleeping. And sleep apnea, that's why it's called sleep apnea. That's why it's called near death. I mean, you almost died, you didn't die. But what could happen is that our auras, which is a magnetic field, which attracts everything into our lives, good and bad, is affected by how much how much of our thought process how much of our brain is active, which means more thought processes, which means it's searching out all the time because it's always on a fact-finding mission. Our subconscious mind is just always curious. It's childlike, like a child, innocence. I think at 7 is maybe it stops, like at age 7, because that's when you're considered an adult after 7. So, well, you're responsible for yourself after the age of 7. Not an adult, as in you can, drink and smoke and have sex, nothing like that. Or say yes or give consent, nothing like that. But what it feels like is maybe the near-death experience, and because the body now reanimates after being in this near-death state, your thought process increases because more parts of your brain is now active that wasn't active before you slipped into this almost sleep coma. Now you're awakened, you woke up, now different aspects of your brain is now awake, right? And then you have this feeling of this feeling of euphoria. Sometimes some people just they want to learn. But what it does, your magnetic field or your aura changes with the expansion of the thought process, or the thought process. And go back behind the thought process, you have the different parts of your brain, different areas of your brain is now active that wasn't there before, or maybe active just at a minimal rate. Electricity. Scientists have shown, you see that movie Frankenstein, that they use electricity to animate him. Electricity to get the brain moving. They tricked it, like it's you're still alive, you're still here. It was just a movie, and a story in a movie, but there's some merit to it. Electricity. Like again, some people, they go near a transformer. Near transformers, you find them ever so often on the street, on the lamppost, where you see it's a big thing. You see it, you can know when it is, and you can hear a humming sometimes if you're sensitive. Some people can't go near it, otherwise they will feel like they're passing out, because it's affecting them in such a way that they're passing out, which means what causes that? We're a human being, right? It's right here, right? We're a human being. We're just standing right here. What could cause something that's way up there on that post to just affect us in such an adverse way that we want to pass out? You feel a pressure? It's because we have large auras. We have large, and if you're an empath, it's good. Empaths, bless you. You're like the salt of the earth here. You're needed. Always watch your filter to bring the best into the world. The best into the world. Loving, kindness, compassion. Don't lose sight of these things. 2 rules to live by. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, your might, and your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. You follow these 2 rules, you can never go wrong. There's nothing in the world that you can show me that does not, these 2 rules it does not apply to these 2 rules. Or these 2 rules don't apply to them. There's nothing you can show me or tell me. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, your might, and your strength, which brings practicality. When you're focused on love, you're going to show love. You're going to do things from a place of love, or at least a very minimal, not from a place of aggression and deliberately antagonizing people for their stuff. Because why do we antagonize people? Because we want stuff. We want baubles, we want trinkets, we want bigger houses, we want cars, we want prestige, we want a better job. Everybody wants the same thing. Because we believe that will make us look wealthy, feel wealthy, and people will like us. You know, we have best of everything. What is stuff, basically? It's stuff. Somebody said once that God does not care what kind of car you have in your driveway, or how many of them. You can have 1 or 50. As long as you don't hurt anybody to get it. Just have them. They're just cars. They're pieces of metal put together. They come a dime a dozen off an assembly line. Houses are more personal. It takes people to build one. The thing is, you can go aggressively to get one, a car, a house, whatever, bully somebody into giving you one, taking one, or you can do it from a place of love. You either get it from legitimately, easily, like you inherit it or something, or you can have one built. You may do so grudgingly. You may haggle on the price, haggle on the material, you may skimp on certain things. You may get angry, but you're not doing it illegally. You're not forcing somebody to leave their home to get their house or just get their dwellings. So it takes a while to get to this place where you're bullying people and taking their stuff. You don't need to bully anybody. Stuff is out there. It's like my grandma's stamps, I believe. If they're worth millions of dollars, right? Or maybe over $100 million. Do they really need how many? Do they really need that, or is just because, well, look, I have this. Look what they have to do to me to get it. How much do they really need? How much do they really need? I'm just saying. Is it really important to have this? Well, look, I've got X amount of dollars, and then what? We'll buy a house, and then what? Let's buy another house, and then what? Let's buy a car, and then what? Let's buy another car, and then what? Let's buy another car, and then what? And then, well, I don't know. I bet you if you did it out of love, you would always find something to do. That's the practicality with our Father's love. So I went off the topic a little bit. But remember those 2 rules. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, your might, and your strength. And love your neighbor as yourself. If you can't hurt them, you can't love them, at the least you can do, don't hurt them. Les Brown said that. If you can't help, the least you can do is not to hurt. Don't go out of your way to hurt them. Leave them alone. Gosh. I'm smelling it very, very strong. Don't go out of your way to hurt them. If you can't leave, don't go out of your way if you can't hurt them, help them, don't go out of your way to hurt them. Like, it's just too much. And I don't know where they are. Like yesterday, my friend texted me that he's feeling the same thing. Something weird is going on in the building, and it's catching him in the throat. It's catching me in the throat as well. Especially in his kitchen. When I go in the kitchen, I can't barely stand up. I want to pass out from so much pain in my back. I've had a client with the same thing. She wanted to sell her house because of it. What's happening here to me is not a coincidence. These people need to stop. I haven't advertised in about 3 weeks, and I'm hoping that when I put it on, they will have at least given up by then and go away. Because I'm not paying for advertising for them. They're going to wait because I'm not doing that. Anyway, with that being said, I think their agenda is to do with this near-death experience, and this, you have to be close, and they're kind of tapping into your aura. Now again, so even though people put psychics down and they say it's not righteous, it's not, it's spoken against in the Bible, God is against it, there's some merit to the psychic readings, because the Bible does speak of intuition as well. And how do they know these things? They can describe certain things from a person they've never met, that you're through a third party, which is you. How do they know these things? There's some merit to it. It's called energy. They can read energy. They can see things. The telephone was not by coincidence, by accident. The telephone was created because the thought that we can communicate with each other. we can communicate with, but they needed a physical device. Need to run telephone lines. But with that being said, I just feel like these people who are doing this to me, they have something to do with these near-death experiences and having this aura. I have no idea what it is. If they're getting something from it, if our whole pattern changes when we the sleep apnea, we wake up from this near-death experience or whatever. I don't know what they're getting from it, though. That's the thing. I have no idea what they're getting from it. But they tend to utilize us. I don't know what they want. It's like they're on this craze for like, I guess it's fresh from the grave. Well, one could say in this sense, like, if you were dead, then you'll cross over, and then when you came back, they seem to like they're interested to know where did you go. They must be communicating with the subconscious mind while you're sleeping. I have no idea what they do. I have no idea what they do. But whatever it is, I'm hoping that somebody is brought to justice at some point. Right now, there's a terrible pain in the top of my head. Like my skull wants to be crushed in. My thoughts, I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm smelling something all day long. I don't know. But it just hurts. My teeth are hurting right now. Everything is hurting on this side. And these are grown fucking men and women. Grown people. These are not kids. They want to put it on the kids, where the kids are put away in juvie maybe till they're 18. And then shit. These are grown people. Grown. Until next time.